He'd seen that movie before. He'd seen that movie before. Reading books is interesting. Reading books is interesting. When will you come to my office? When will you come to my office? You are a special person. You are a special person. I need to study for the math exam. I need to study for the math exam. He needs to play golf at sunset. He needs to play golf at sunset. I will do my homework. I will do my homework. How many pens do you have in your bag? How many pens do you have in your bag? Could you please explain this again? Could you please explain this again? My mission. My mission. Was my uncle a mechanic? Was my uncle a mechanic? The movie begins at dawn. The movie begins at dawn. He's talking on the phone. He's talking on the phone. Should we be managing every day? Should we be managing every day? I didn't want a big house. I didn't want a big house. Shouldn't they realize it every year? Shouldn't they realize it every year? The casting is excellent. The casting is excellent. I do not have much time. I do not have much time. Was your stepmother a poet? Was your stepmother a poet? Sometimes it shouldn't be removed. Sometimes it shouldn't be removed. It will stop at noon. It will stop at noon. Should not limit. Should not limit. What kind of festivals do you go to? What kind of festivals do you go to? Does this make sense? Does this make sense? I'm not sure I understand what you're asking. I'm not sure I understand what you're asking. Shouldn't he be producing? Shouldn't he be producing? Shouldn't he go every week? Shouldn't he go every week? They cooked dinner together. They cooked dinner together. He tried a new recipe for dinner. He tried a new recipe for dinner. Are there siblings postmen? Are there siblings postmen? Your loved ones can join you in the recovery room in a short time. Your loved ones can join you in the recovery room in a short time. The baby is crawling on the floor. The baby is crawling on the floor. His sons are naturalists. His sons are naturalists. We watched a movie. We watched a movie. Rarely should not be cited. Rarely should not be cited. Should he write? Should he write? I'll have a medium rare steak. I'll have a medium rare steak. He looked very tired. He looked very tired. I'm afraid I can't support this idea. I'm afraid I can't support this idea. He is rarely a coach. He is rarely a coach. Was his grandfather an ambassador? Was his grandfather an ambassador? It's not important. It's not important. The cat purrs when you pet it. The cat purrs when you pet it. Your husband is an alchemist. Your husband is an alchemist. Can't it be added after one night? Can't it be added after one night? Shouldn't I be a cop at night? Shouldn't I be a cop at night? Much more crowded. Much more crowded. Yes, I guess. Yes, I guess. He was a smoker but quit. He was a smoker but quit. I love chocolate. I love chocolate. It may not go away soon. It may not go away soon. Can I go to the assistant principal? Can I go to the assistant principal? Won't I hate? Won't I hate? Do you work on weekends? Do you work on weekends? We should be hopeful for next year. We should be hopeful for next year. It may not be a threat at noon. It may not be a threat at noon. I can go to school. I can go to school. Will he challenge at noon? Will he challenge at noon? I am honored to be on this journey with all of you. I am honored to be on this journey with all of you. I'm in the room with the chairs. I'm in the room with the chairs. Haven't I rarely saved? Haven't I rarely saved? It was nothing. It was nothing. I miss you. I miss you. The letter was addressed to John. The letter was addressed to John. I'd like to order. I'd like to order. They are climbing a mountain. They are climbing a mountain. He drew a portrait of his sister. He drew a portrait of his sister. You are a good driver. You are a good driver. What a beautiful city. What a beautiful city. It's not close. It's not close. I'm going to the shopping mall. I'm going to the shopping mall. Could he count right away? Could he count right away? Check the TV guide. Check the TV guide. Review of the day. Review of the day. Do you like going to festivals? Do you like going to festivals? Purchased every week. Purchased every week. Is he a taxi driver? Is he a taxi driver? If the weather is not cold, I will go out. If the weather is not cold, I will go out. We've never been to Japan. We've never been to Japan. His stepbrother is a field officer. His stepbrother is a field officer. Shouldn't they be elected? Shouldn't they be elected? Can I go to the battery saver button? Can I go to the battery saver button? I don't notice anything special in the story. I don't notice anything special in the story. His stepbrother was a lifeguard. His stepbrother was a lifeguard. The amount to be paid is $1,000. The amount to be paid is $1,000. What is your purpose? What is your purpose? Is there anything good? Is there anything good? I am feeding the cat. I am feeding the cat. I need to take an X-ray. I need to take an X-ray. We accept immediately. We accept immediately. I can barely keep my eyes open. I can barely keep my eyes open. You can become a monk immediately. You can become a monk immediately. My wife was a hairdresser. My wife was a hairdresser. Who did you see? Who did you see? Could you please pass the salt? Could you please pass the salt? Won't they close next year? Won't they close next year? Do you want to say something? Do you want to say something? Are his stepsisters fishermen? Are his stepsisters fishermen? I need some help. I need some help. Can I have the invoice please? Can I have the invoice please?